everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Packers going up against the Vikings.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
You better not run that ball out, boy. I don't know. I got you.
Leopard! Here we go. Green, 39. There we go now. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
The center receiver in motion to the right.
Man, let me get off that block. Come on.
He finds an opening past the 40. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. Incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's second down.
Niggas get pushed. We push niggas.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 47-yard line. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
Now back to throw.
Come on, man. You throwing it right into you. He throwing it right into
They
you.
give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
You lucky.
And a nice gain
that
of
nigga
21
Allen hurt.
yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught at the
Go
10-yard
backwards.
line. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I know as a defensive back, I was taught to play it the way that we just saw. Use the back
Don't let your boy
line
block
as an
this.
extra defender and make sure they throw it over your head and not in front of you. In front of you means it's a touchdown. Over your head, you got a much better chance.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
And Love
Looking
hurt
to
too.
jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the 1st down. I think you hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's got room.
Come on now.
Down to avoid the tackle. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
2nd down following the run.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
They'll set up a throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw.
Man, they had me fucking hopping shit. What's up with that shit? Hey, my man's fucking hop on the snap, man. Come on.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times.
Nah, I was supposed to get out there on that left side, but they made me hop.
A first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a handoff running off tackle right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. they try the right side
Come
here.
on, man.
He
This
will
is
push his way
much.
down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Elliott now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Packers get set to go. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Looking
Whoa,
left
caught
sideline,
that
but it's
shit.
incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
3-19.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Yeah, your line, a motherfucker, boy. Engage 8, gain 8 yards. That old line, a motherfucker, boy.
Hurry up, here we got you now, Barney, Barney.
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Going to give this time to the tailback. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They'll look to throw here.
I tried to snatch that bitch again.
That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He'll look to throw.
How the fuck is these niggas catching everything, man? Come on.
Midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down.
About time these niggas do something. All this XP, block shed and shit, awareness. Niggas ain't doing nothing. High motor.
And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
There you go.
There.
Make a nigga pay for throwing that bitch high. Shit.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here he's going to have to absorb the
Nigga make one
contact.
drive.
As a
I
result,
gotta get
unable to hold on to the football.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go. Green 39. Green.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Boy, what's up with that, boy? Well, who you think you is, nigga? This is the NFL.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second
Boy,
time today.
I wish you would have tried to pitch that shit. I wish you would have, nigga. That shit was doing. That shit was doing 100 yards the other way.
13-0. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Rodgers now on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. And ready for 3rd and 6. 319. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Fucked up one route.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. but typically halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
Motherfucker.
One that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Oh my God, boy.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Let's go! Blue,
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Shit, boy.
He'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what
Just
happens sometimes when
updated
you
that.
abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And now here's a carry heading left.
Good shit.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual.
I did block a kick, didn't I? I blocked the kick.
Points out of every possession, and so far they've done a nice job of that.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. To try again after the pick 6. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see a breakdown as the passer, I think in this situation,
this nigga ain't got no
you're
spin
throwing it
move.
at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw
That's
it away,
rough,
throw it
though.
over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger
he ain't no
play.
rookie.
There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
You ain't seen it. You ain't seen it before.
The play clock's running down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He is going to find Hill here. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was a bailout. Cause I ain't even trying to lob this bitch.
But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he motions the wide receiver. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
In motion comes the tight end left. On second down, here's Rodgers.
Look at that bullshit.
After him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. In motion, Hill. Play clock winding down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
Slow poke it. Slow poke it.
Up to the 43-yard line. That scramble good for 13 yards.
I got it. Man, even telling me to go for it. I gotta go for
And
this.
defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And it is incomplete. So certainly
Boy,
an interesting
never
call
seen
there
no
to go
bullshit
for it.
in
And
my
the
life.
Vikings, they have the football now.
He
in
dropped it.
excellent field position.
He dropped
And
that
the Vikings
bitch.
now heading onto the field. This is
That was
sort of
rough.
what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're cheating right there
Oh
on the
my
break on
God, nigga,
That's
please.
And he
Nigga,
carries this
please.
one all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types is they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Shit, because he better.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal here from the 9. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So still 7 yards to go here on 3rd down. It's 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0.
If I had a cheat code, I'll be winning.
This game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe.
These niggas are not blocking, boy.
Bring him down.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, that talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Now they try the right side here.
Come on, man.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Here's Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
These niggas are giving up.
In there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's fucked up.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
58, 88, 88. Over here. Let him know. Reset. Hey, easy.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And this is incomplete. The Packers
3-man rush. I'm blocking
Vikings
8
have the
fucking
football
people.
now. Excellent field position.
This
Now the Vikings offense works their way
3-man
back onto the
rush.
field. And last
I'm
time they got
blocking
3
8
points, but
people,
it was a
bro.
chip shot field goal.
This is
And when you go
damn
to the
shame.
sideline
That's a
after
damn
chip shot field goal,
shame,
maybe the
man.
offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
God damn, man,
The
Rodgers.
connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter, and you can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. Rodgers now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away.
If that was the old Aaron, I would have burnt that nigga.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Oh, my God.
He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Oh,
Daniil Hunter.
my God. But he fucked up 2 people, bruh. That shit, bruh, he fucked up 2 people. Like, he clubbed that nigga.
3rd sack of the afternoon.
Oh, my God.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Fucking shook, man. I gotta look at the lineman.
Take over possession of the
Shit.
football
That shit was
at the
fucking
42-yard
horrible.
line.
3-man
Well,
rush.
defensive
This
pressure's been
nigga is
constant
really
all
fucking
game
having
long.
a
The
game
pass
in
rush,
his
the
life.
coverage. They've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football
year
where
is
coaches
some
decide maybe they
bullshit.
get a little greedy.
That's
I don't know
some
if they're doing it for
bullshit.
stats or for what reason.
That's
We've
some
seen it happen in
bullshit.
college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks
That
it up
shit
and
was
wins
some
the game.
bullshit.
What year was that?
I'm talking about hurt this nigga.